Hi, I'm building another garage door. This is for a very special person whose name I will leave out of it. And this is not 1/10 scale. He's got a car. It's about 4 inches, I believe, wide by 5 high and 8 inches long. And I want to build him a garage door to that specification roughly. So I got some 1/4 inch plywood, and I've cut out, I'm going to turn to centimeters here. I've cut out 20 by 20 centimeters. This is 40 by 40 here. And I'm going to put the rails for the shutter to slide up and down on the inside. One here, hang on a minute, and the other one on this side. They will go on the back here, obviously, and the shutter will slide up and roll onto a shaft, which I have yet to see what I'm going to use. Anyway, and on the front, so I don't leave it plain like this, I was thinking, I've got this wood, it looks like an I-beam. I used it in my scale garage as I-beams, in fact. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to place it on the front here, and this across on the top a bit longer, just to give it a better finish. That would be the front of the garage with that on it. I don't know, I'm not sure. I might put some cladding on it, not sure. But anyway, so far this is what I have. Tomorrow I'm going shopping, and I need to buy, let me show you, this kind of wood. It comes in I believe it was 1 meter long strips, which I will cut. I think out of 1 meter I'll get 4. So then I'll see how many I will need, division by 4, and I'll get the number of pieces of wood I will need. My other garage, my other garage door, I used tape, and I held them together with a piece of tape, and that would wind onto the shaft. I've had issues with it. The tape glue over the time, especially in this room with the heat sometimes. It tends to dry up and break loose from the wood would break loose from the tape. So I tried this. I drilled holes right through each and every one of them, and I'm going to try the wood I'll get. I'm going to drill them all the way through here and here, and this is the rope I will wind up onto the shaft at the top here. So this will be an experiment at the same time, because if this works, I need to take mine apart. I will make mine the same way as this. I will use this method to keep the garage door, in one piece. So for the time being, I'm going to stop here. I can't do much more. I don't want to glue anything before I have the proper wood in my hands. I will cut 2 out, and I'll make sure that imagine this inside, that they will fit in here slightly loose, so they can slide up and down. And I want to make sure these 2 pieces of wood are parallel before the glue sets. So before I have that wood, I will not do anything else. So until then, you're gonna have to wait. So I bought the wood. Here it is. I bought 10 pieces. They're a meter long each, and I should get 4 out of every one, because here I need less than 25 centimeter. I think it's going to be about 21.5, 22 centimeters. So out of every one, I will get 4. So I can have 40 is a 1 centimeter height. So I can go up to 40 centimeters to the very top if I wanted to. So I got enough there. As you can see, I've screwed the rails into place. They are parallel. I made sure that they are 20 centimeters apart, the same size as the door cut. I've already screwed them in so far. I had a bit of an accident here, but the front decoration will cover that. There'll be a little tilt hole, but hey, it doesn't matter. I'm going to start cutting these up to size. I will try 2, slide them up and down, and when I have it all right, and I'm convinced that these are properly spaced out, I will remove the screws, glue them, and screw them in again, and they'll remain there permanently. After which I will cover these screws, and glue these over them. That should look really nice. I am seriously considering the cladding like my one. Anyway, so let me start cutting that wood up, and I'll show you later what's going on. Okay, so I've cut up the wood to size 212 millimeter. If you are going to do this, leave enough space between the shutter and the end of the rail. What I mean is, don't try to make them fit perfect. If you leave some slack, it's better. Don't make them too short because they jump the rail, but there's no need to fit them right inside the rail. I slide them in, and I'm going to put this here at the bottom. It will be glued like this, just as a finish. There. This is temporary because it will fall over just as a stand. So for the time being, I'm going to remove this. I'm going to show you with its own weight. It's coming down. It's fitting perfect. It's not even tied up. Nothing. No glue. Nothing. Just the. Let me show you. The shutter just slides in the rails. That's all. So here you are. Look. They're sliding perfect. Good. Now I'm going to have to drill each and every one all the way through, and I want to pass the string through like I mentioned the other day. So for now, as they are like this, I'm going to put a piece of tape here and here to bind them together. Mark a line to make sure that when I drill, I always drill in the same place, and hopefully I'll be able to put the string through, and I will get the same effect like this when I'm done. So wish me luck. Okay, so I've drilled holes in all the wood. They're all aligned properly, and I pass the string right through. The string goes from the top to the back, under, you can see it, and up again. This is what it looks like at the back at the moment. So these loose planks here, I'll be adding 3 or 4 more. We'll wrap all the way around the shaft of the motor. So, and having said motor, I found an old servo. I modified it for 360 degrees, removed all the electronics. It will be powered by up to 12 volts directly, and it's quite torquey. It will do an easy job of this. So going up, hopefully it will be slower than this, depending on the power that is fed to the motor. This will be something like this, and of course this will be winding up here. At the moment I have slight issues with friction here. I'll put some lubricant of some sort for wood, and hopefully it will be better. That's the back, and this is the front. So for now, that's it, but we're getting there, one step at a time. We have made some progress, so I'm going to give you a demonstration of it working, well, sort of working, but anyway. First thing is lots of holes, trial and error, but all this will be covered up with the cladding all the way down on both sides. The door is going to be framed, so all those holes will be going away. The back, I changed the rails. Although I have the string inside, I had to put tape. Why the tape? I learned that having the string inside the planks is not enough, because on their way down sometimes they get caught on somewhere individually and they split up. So I'm using the tape to keep the planks in order. Also, the string will have a different use besides the lift. In my other one, a couple of these planks broke off from the glue, from the tape, and they fell inside the roller up here, which caused a problem, of course. It's jammed. I have to take it apart. This way, if the planks break off from the wood, they'll still be around. They won't fall anywhere because the string is going through them. It will keep them in place. So this is temporary handle for me, so I'm going to make it work. I hope you can see it. I'm going to make sure it's in the view. Yep. This is temporary, of course. It's not perfect. I still have some sanding to do, lubricating, but anyway, here goes. It will stop somewhere there. And then on the way down it's going to be jerky at the moment, because I still have some work to do. But it slides down, gravity takes over. So, hang on. So far, this is it. The back, I made a shaft, drilled some holes, passed the string through one time round and taped it. I have these here, this can only go so far. I was going to use bearings, I couldn't find them, and I don't want to wait 6 weeks to get them from China or whatever. Anyway, so the next attempt, I'm happy as it is, the next attempt would be to cut this off here and machine it for a thread to go inside down to M3. Hang on, where's the servo? Oh, here you are. To go inside there, and then with a lock nut, and it will be somewhere here like this. And I'll make it go up and down now for infinity times to make sure it's working before I ship it out. So next time, hopefully, you see the cladding, which, by the way, will be something like this. Left here, right here, and this will be on the side here. Anyway, and up and up and up, up all the way around and down again. We might put a sign up here, okay? But anyway, and I had to make a tool for this, which I'd love to show you in a different video. Let's see, next time. As you can see, I've started the cladding here and here. I've glued them. I'm using this glue Unifix, and I found it to be okay for this kind of work for me, for a hobby. And I also found that this makes a good replacement for these, which are too high for some of the cars. Anyway, I have not glued part of the frame yet. This will be up here because I am not sure of their height here. They're supposed to be flush at the bottom, but they be maybe 1 or 2 millimeter higher, because when I put this here, which I will have to trim around this on both sides, and this here, I wish the next full length to be flush, there you are, with the top frame. So if I do this on this side, hang on, there you go, there, it fits better like that, and then I can continue gluing the rest all the way to the top. So my next step is going to be to glue these and this, trim these two, glue them in such a way that the top part of this and this are flush with the top part of the frame. So I'll get back to you then. Okay, I trimmed the cladding around the top part of the frame and glued them, and including the top, the full cladding plank or whatever you're gonna call it, I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna let this dry here in place before I start moving anything else. I put these clips here to hold them force down. There was a bit of a twist, but it's all right. So when this is dry, I'll just continue with the rest all the way to the top, and then I'll show it to you ready, and then I will turn it around and show you what I have done with the shaft and the motor, well, the mechanical part of it. Anyway, okay, until then. Okay, I'm finished all the cladding. It's all glued. I framed it as well, all done, and I added another finishing touch along the edges here because the edges were a bit not perfect. But anyway, I think it looks nice. And the more I see this empty space here, the more I think I need to put a sign up there, so it will have a name. Okay, so that's the front ready, but that's not the whole of it, because the important part is at the back where the functioning parts are. So this is where we're going to start doing some work around this area here and around this area here. So let me lay this down and explain to you in a bit more detail. Okay, the servo is mounted on these pieces of wood here. Sorry. Basically all they're there for is to align the output shaft of the servo with the shaft where the shutter is wound onto. There is the hole I made in the wood here is slightly loose. I needed the adjustments, so I can move it left and right and up and down using bits of styling here. You see this bit under here? I just added this today because it was too far down. Now, to hold it all in place, I have this aluminium plate which I cut to size. Hang on, look, like this, and get in there. Yeah, typical, live on camera. Okay, so that will be there, and I will have these nuts and tighten it down. Once that is done, I have added this bit of wood here, a bit of an afterthought, but I didn't want to make the same mistake I made sorry, with my other garage door. So the plan is this. I would like to put a limit switch here and the limit switch here. The door where it is now here is as high as I would like it to go when it's functioning, and I want to glue this here. I glued this before I off camera. It's just bits of wood, and I want to glue this here like I have on my other door, and this will go up and down here with the door, and it will trigger the switches, and it will tell the door to stop at the bottom and stop at the top. And the good thing is they are all out of the way, unseen from the front. Remember, this is not going to be a skate garage, this is just the front functioning door. And I can also hide the wires down here. All the wiring will be done in this area here, and I want to operate this either with a 9-volt battery and with the option of an external power supply, so you can run it from the mains. And there go my floodlights. Anyway, okay, so let me start working on that, and when I have something better to show you, I'll get back to you. So here is the electronics all done. Let me explain. So this is power supply in. Like I said, it will be about a 9-volt battery, but I'm thinking even less. I'll show you, I'll operate it and I'll show you the voltage I'm using. Put the wires, secure the wires with hot glue. This is the upper limit switch and this is the lower. And this is what makes it stop. So I'm going to simulate it. When it goes up, this wood here will hit the switch. I don't know if you can hear it click, but it breaks the circuit. When I flip the switch down, it will do the same thing, but at the bottom here. And it will stop coming down. Very basic. There's a wiring diagram of this on another video I have explaining limit switches. So now I'm going to stand it up and show you it working. Welcome back. I have here the in-house 12-volt supply, which I am reducing down to 5.3 volts with the BEC and feeding the system like that. So I'm going to demonstrate the door opening and shutting. That is with the aid of those limit switches there. That's how it stops. I think it looks great and it's working great. One more time. A bit noisy. It vibrates onto the wood. There you go. So the next part will be painting a sign here. It's for this little kid, but I won't show you that. That's for him personally. For me, this is ready. There's nothing else I can show you. If you have any questions regarding this build, maybe help and tips how to make your own, drop me a note. Like and subscribe, and have a good day. Be safe out there.